somebody submits their information through an Infusionsoft form, the system is going to look and see, is this email address already in the database somewhere? If it is, it knows to combine the information that was collected with that existing contact record. But if it's not, then it's going to create a brand new contact record. So what this does is allows you to define what information it should use for the duplicate checking. I usually just leave it at email because sometimes that's all I have. Sometimes that's the only information I have. So email is the closest thing I have found to a unique identifier. So I just leave that as email. This notification email, it doesn't have a whole lot of flexibility in terms of how it is designed or formatted, but basically it allows you to notify yourself or someone else that this web form was filled out. I do recommend updating, if you're going to use this, I do recommend updating this subject line to say which web form was filled out. So the Nurture ebook opt-in form was filled out, because if you have a bunch of web forms and you're getting notifications, it's helpful to know which is which. Now, I'll also say that this is going to send a notification email every time this form is filled out. So if you have a high volume of traffic, or if you expect a high volume of traffic, this might get annoying to get a notification every time it's submitted. But if this is your first web form or this is your first campaign, sometimes it's exciting to have that little endorphin rush, knowing, hey, it worked. Somebody opted in. Somebody wanted that ebook, right? And then the code tab is where you will actually get the options for embedding this form on your website. So remember, we're building a web form, which is designed to capture leads, but it has to live somewhere where people can find it. So it gives you some JavaScript, HTML, or HTML unstyled, some code options. If you are not a coder, if that's not your jam, if you have a webmaster who handles this for you, you can just pop their email address in here and it'll send the code options to them. Or if you want, you can actually use the hosted version of this form. It's probably, that's kind of a last resort, but this is functional. And once you publish the campaign, you could just use this link here and people could navigate to it and opt in. Or you could send it out directly to your social network. I've seen that. I've seen no one use this option because most people don't use the web form as is.